Hey guys, James here with TCG UniVersus. Come back at you with another deck profile. Today I'm going to be showing you my Kitana deck. I had a lot of fun playing this deck this past camping championship. Shoutouts to JT. I know JT really likes Kitana. We have talked about it a couple of times. But I asked him if I was going to play Kitana for this week's camping championship, what would you like to see? And he said he wanted to see a Princess Parry, more of like a foundation control deck as well. So I was like, I'll see what I can do. And I really like what I came up with, and I think JT might like it as well. So with that, let's get into the profile, and you can see the choices I made. Okay, guys, Kitana is a 626 death, evil, and good character. Today we are playing our deck under death. She has 3 abilities. E, lose 1 vitality. Your ranged or weapon attack gets +2 speed and +1 damage. E, once per turn, lose X vitality. Discard your opponent's attack with a printed difficulty of X. So you basically pay X vitality to get rid of 1 attack a turn, which is really, really good. And then Desperation E, you can name a card type. If your opponent attempts to block with that said named card type, their block modifier gets +2, just meaning everything's harder to block if she guesses things correctly. Our deck does not focus as much on the top ability as much as it focuses on, like I said in the intro, more of like a Princess Parry card pool control as well as foundation control of our opponent. So let's get into the profile, and you can see kind of exactly what I mean. I zoomed in a little bit more than I do on regular profiles to do some testing. So we will see how the zooming looks. You won't be able to see Kitana for the entire time. So first, like I said, we're doing a Princess Parry deck. So we're going to talk about Princess Parry first. Man, I guess I still have to go to the left. Yeah. And I need to be up here more. Okay. So Princess Parry is a 5 high for 5 difficulty, 1 block, 1 mid block, and a 1 control check. Ooh boy. That was a very bad glare, not glare, but zoom. So give me a second. Is it still doing it? No. Okay. So this attack is a reversal weapon. While it's in the card pool, all of your attacks gain save, and then Desperation Respond hand. Add this card to your card pool. After your opponent plays an attack, discard it and play this attack. So this card is very, very strong. It's why it's a 1 check. Basically, when you're at Desperation, you can literally just play this card, ditch your opponent's attack from the card pool, and then attempt to play this card. You don't play this card first, you attempt to do it later. Which gets around of a lot of weird things. If it's still going to be in the video, or if you watch it live, you'll see me talking about how like this gets around symbol chaining because of how wording works and shit like that. It's very, very weird. But other than that, it just gets rid of an attack, sends it at your opponent, and sometimes that's just enough. You get rid of 1 attack, 2 attacks a turn with just having 1 copy, and you hit them for 6 damage with Kitana's ability. It's pretty good. On top of that, we are playing 1. Put it right here. Yeah, 1 Swordfish 2. It's a 3 diff, 4 control, 3 mid block. We add this to our momentum, and then we add one attack to its owner's momentum. So basically, abort another attack. It's another thing on top of Princess Parry, but we have other cards we can kind of manipulate and do that with as well. Use the momentum with. So like doing an odd turn doesn't absolutely hurt us. You have to check a video. I did do it during one of our games, and it was pretty cool. To kind of gain more momentum, and to get some cool stuff, we are playing 4 Spider Suplex. Spider Suplex is a 3 mid 4/6. Desperation 4 reversal and throw, and it gains 3 vitality. Oh, I'm way off frame. I apologize, guys. I'm messing this entire thing up because I wanted to zoom in and test the framing on this. We gain 3 vitality. A lot of times when we're paying vitality to get rid of an attack, it's like 4 or 5. So we gain a good chunk of that back, which kind of just extends our life. On top of that, we kind of get to deal 6 damage, it being a throw. Sometimes they'll block it, sometimes they won't, but we'll still get the momentum, and we'll still deal the damage, which is very, very good for us. The reason we kind of need momentum to start off is, I started going the wrong direction again. Guild Seeker. Guild Seeker is a 4 low for 4 with multiple 1 and throw as well. It has no block, but it is a 5 diff for 3. It's not a bad check. E, if you play this attack's multiple ability, you get to destroy one of your opponent's assets or foundations. So if they have an asset that you really want to get rid of, you get rid of it. If not, you just get to pop a foundation. Like I said, we're doing more of a foundation control deck, so being able to pop foundations is very good for us. And then E, if your opponent has no assets, this attack and the next attack you play get +2 damage, which is also very strong, especially for a throw and a multiple that we don't really absolutely care about if it deals or not. And then the next attack we're playing, I almost did it backwards again, is Adad's Great Shears. This is a 4 diff. It's a 3 low for 3 with powerful 3, reversal, and weapon. So it does get the boost from our Kitana. E, opponent's turn. If this attack is not blocked, your opponent destroys a ready foundation. This just means that we get to get rid of one more foundation on my opponent's turn, and it has to be ready, which is really good. And it's a 5 low for 4 on our opponent's turn, as long as we have our character, which is just super strong. And then the last attack in our deck, I had to double check just to make sure, is for Casa de Leviathan. I'm going to put this back the other way again. Casa is a 5 diff, 3 control, 7 low for 5. Charge Fury weapon, 1 high block 2, which is very good. E, discard momentum, you get to destroy one of your opponent's foundations. Your opponent may discard a card or lose 2 vitality to cancel this effect. And then this enhance is playable any number of times. This enhanced step. This is super strong. When we hit Deadlock, it also has the ability, if your opponent has Deadlock or Desperation, we can also add the top 2 cards of our momentum, top cards of our deck to our momentum, which is also super strong. It kind of fuels itself. But basically, we use all the momentum we've been getting from our reversals and from our throws to basically blow up our opponent's entire staging area, which means either they're going to let this go through because with it being a weapon, it's going to be a 9 for 6. So you have to try and block a 9 high. Or we get to blow up all their foundations. So either they pay a bunch of life, and this kind of dealt the damage it needed to deal anyways, or they blow up a bunch of foundations, and this goes through, or they discard a bunch of cards, and then this goes through. So, like, either way, we're getting our damage through, which is very, very good. Continuing with the foundation destruction, we're playing 4 Towering Over Rivals. Since a lot of times we may not attack on our turn, just having the ability to just play foundations and then our opponent committed something, cool. I'll destroy this. We both destroy a committed foundation. Do I not have any? Oh, well, you were the only one that committed a foundation. So you blow up your foundation. And now I 1 for 1, but I don't care about being lower because I'm doing a more reversal 1 attack game. So having them low on foundation is very good for me. We're playing 4. My Beautiful Face is ruined. This card for 3. My Beautiful Face is ruined. This card's relatively not really played. It's a 2/4/3 mid block that says respond card pool. After you block this card, your opponent destroys 1 card in their staging area. When this card leaves your card pool, remove it from the game. This just basically means we get to unblock, destroy something else. This just leads into making sure that we have their foundation count lower, and then as well as making sure that we don't have to keep it in our deck as well, because it leaves, so it shrinks our deck on top of that, which is also very, very nice. One of the cool parts about this deck is if we do have to build it at Desperation, we can give +1 or -1 damage, which is also very, very cool. Then we're playing 2 My Beautiful Child. My Beautiful Child is just there to get rid of some, just get 1 for 1 another foundation. Respond, remove after your opponent plays a foundation card. Add it to their momentum. We do give our opponent momentum, but we do keep their foundation count lower, which is very good for it, which is what our deck wants to do. We have 2 Match Made in Hell. I keep doing this backwards. I have to figure this out. Basically, this card says we get rid of a foundation we don't like and replace it with the top card of our opponent's deck. A lot of times I just use this to get rid of Aegis and Wise because my deck destroys a lot of foundations, and getting rid of Aegis and Wise is important. Or getting rid of Protecting the Protector, also very important. So, you know. This just says get rid of key cards. A lot of times they just end up being foundation protectors. So, you know. Next, we're going to talk about Prepare to Fight. I use this more offensively than I did defensively. What I mean by that is, instead of using the Breaker 1 after a partial deal no damage stuff, I used it for the remove both players, add 1 card from their staging area to their card pool. So when I knew I was going to ditch an attack from their card pool, I could just add a foundation, add a foundation, add a foundation, add a foundation. Cool. I'll ditch your card from your card pool. You have +3 progressive. You lost one of your attacks. Go ahead and do stuff, please. Or like, I'll put myself at desperation with that. I'll stuff 3 cards in your card pool, and then they'll play their other card, and I'll go, cool, Princess Parry. You had to deal with the Breaker 3, the practical Breaker 3, and then after committing for all that, I Princess Parried you. It was just one of those things. One of the ways we do play a lot of reversals, and then Prefer Fight is good on defense as well. And then we have things like My Beautiful Face. So we play a lot of speed hate. Like a lot of speed hate. Because that's our game plan, is to live long enough to whittle our opponent down and then just win that way. We play 4 Conquest of Terror. E-flip. This attack gets -2 damage. Nice spam. 2 low block. 4 Know Your Objective. Commit -2 speed. 3 high block spam. 2 Cancel. -1 speed for each of our characters, so essentially just -1. If we block, it deals no damage. Solid card. 1 Solomon's Teachings. This card is very good. Yeah, this doesn't matter. This card's very good. I was trying to reorganize the cards in my hand. I'm sorry. I had an idea, but I don't like it. Solomon's Teaching is a 2/4 3-mid block. It is a relatively low played card, if anything not played. E-commit changes attack speed to 3. This is super strong for the fact of your opponent can just super speed buff something and just go, I'll return it to 3 speed. Cool, I'll block. And just like, it just kind of throws a bunch of speed buffs out of the window. 1 Guardian of the Spirit Sword. 2/5, 2 high block. -2 speed. If it's a weapon, -3 instead. Solid card. This one's both offensive and defense, but generous gambler. E, destroy foundation, face down foundation. This attack gets +2 or -2 speed. We do flip a bunch of things. We flip a lot of things. So just being able to get rid of them for more speed or to neg speed is very good for us. Then 1 Dark Side Karma. This can flip to return attacks to its printed speed, or cancel an ability, cancel enhance on non-character, non-weapon ability. So that's pretty good as well. As a 1 low block, it's super good. Because we do want to block a lot, we have 3 Keiko's Aid. E-flip, after blocking attack, your opponent's next attack this turn gets +2 difficulty. Super cool card. Onto more of like the relative cards that support us slightly, but not a whole lot. We have 3 Know the Power of the Abyss. This card, basically, depending on like the situation, is mostly just says, mill 10, check a 4, add Princess Parry to your hand, drop this attack to speed to 0, and then you block it with something or whatnot. Basically, it just says, add Princess Parry, block their attack, stare them in the face, and dare them to play another attack so you can Princess Parry them. That's all it says. We have 1 Manus Aeneas. When we do Princess Parry, when we do play all these other attacks, just getting the option to copy another attack on that and double up on some abilities is very good for us. 2 Blood for Blood. I'm trying to find the frame for this, and it's very hard. I'm sorry, guys. I think it's just right here, and I keep trying to place it way too over here. Blood for Blood, just we use it mainly for the pay 2, burn 2 ability. Basically, you pay the 2, and then if your opponent blocks your attack, they burn for 2. It just basically confirms if they do block the Princess Parry, they burn for 2 when we get to late game. If they do block our throw, they take 2 more damage. So, like, if they block our Spider Suplex, cool, you took the 3 and you burn for 2, so you took 5 instead of 6. Or they don't block it, and I burn for 2, and I put myself closer to desperation, which just allows me to Princess Parry easier. We have 1 Adenian Royalty. Basically, we can Adenian Royalty, give their next attack flash, and then go, cool, I'll ditch your card from the card pool. Play your next attack, it'll gain flash. And just say, deal with it. Then we have 3 New Empress in Netherrealm. Sometimes you just end up with just Princess Parries in your hand, and you're not desperation, but you really need to block a card. I'll have Netherrealm to draw a card. And just block the card you can. We have 3 Voice of Reason. Both players discard draw. Just means we get to funnel our hand if we don't have cards we don't need. Do I have too many of this one card? Did I draw bad foundations? Want to keep it just in case I needed to block? Well, I'll get rid of it and try to draw something better. Then the last card is 1 Most Trusted Assassin. E, once per turn, lose a vitality. Your opponent's next check to play an attack card gets -1. It just means that we get to nega check and sometimes just make it to our opponent A doesn't check well, so they have to commit, or B blocks don't go through, and we get to hit them in the face, which is also very good. Thanks again for checking out my profile, guys. If you liked the Kitana deck, let me know down below. If you want to support us, go to patreon.com/TCGUniversity. If you hit us up at the $1 level up there, you get access to all of our content. Most of our content early. Man, I got it right the last time. Didn't get it right this time. Most of our content earlier. Most of our content live. You get access to our personal Discord where you can talk to us about UniVersus. We also have our Magic community, our White Horse community, our Final Fantasy community. You can talk with all of those guys as well. You give us content ideas, topic ideas for the podcast, deck ideas, campus championship ideas, stuff like that. If you guys want to watch the campus championship live, you can check us out every Tuesday at 6 p.m. Central, because sometimes people have been asking me for that. 6 p.m. Central. Twitch.tv/TCGUniversity. Come hang out. We love talking to you guys. We're gonna have a lot of fun doing that. Shout out to JT for giving me the idea for this deck. This deck was a lot of fun to play, and was actually a lot more competitive than I thought it was going to be. I thought I was going to get wrecked by all the 2s and 1s. Maybe I just got lucky. Who knows? But it was a lot of fun. A lot of close games. A lot of very interactive gameplay. So shout out to him. If you guys want, make sure to check out the other profiles in this list, as well as the campus championships as well for this game. Check out how the deck did. Check out how the matches went, all the other decks played and whatnot. And as always, guys, stay learned.